I'm not gonna say that I did or didn't, but
Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of the Voice of Generation Now podcast. My name is Owen Smith. I'm so glad to be here with you today. Before we introduce our special guest, we have to turn it to our lovely audience of a lot of people. So, great peanut gallery here. I love to see it. So, introducing our special guest, we have none other than Grant Wilson. Welcome on the pod, my man.
Thank you.
All right, so first we're going to talk about your major. So maybe talk about, obviously what your major is, but maybe something you want to do after you graduate.
All right, yeah, for sure. I'm actually a triple major, so accounting, finance, and business administration. My focus is accounting, so going into public accounting is my goal right now.
Awesome. So does that mean you're good with numbers, like math?
I guess so.
Yeah. So do you like math?
No.
No. Like I feel like you have to be kind of like have to be good with numbers at some point because I hate math. Oh my gosh, I can go on.
I let calculators handle that for me. So
awesome. Let's see. So your Olivet experiences. You are, like we said, the student life finance manager.
Right.
Here. Maybe just talk about what that entails and maybe some stuff you do for student life.
Right. So my job, position at the student life, so I'm the finance manager. I kind of handle the finances of all the events we have going on in the school, also like the finances of the clubs that are going on, so like their purchases for whatever event they've got going on. So I just kind of deal with all the background, financial details with all that.
Awesome. Is there maybe some like behind the scenes stuff that like people wouldn't really consider when it comes to doing something like that?
There's a lot of money that goes into it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis coming from the school. So it's definitely a cool perspective just seeing that and be able to be part of it.
Does it feel weird being responsible of that much money?
I think at first it did.
Yeah.
Now it's just I'm just looking at another number.
No, that's fair. You're also a part of intramurals. You're a supervisor and a ref for intramurals. Maybe tell the audience and as me some things about like reffing for intramurals that people maybe wouldn't know.
You get yelled at a lot. Yep. Definitely not a job for someone that can't handle that because you take a lot of heat, but it's also really fun, especially if you love sports. Just being there, it's an awesome environment at the end of the day.
I was a baseball umpire for one summer, and after getting yelled at by coaches and parents, I decided that was not for me, and I will continue to yell at the umpires on my TV instead. So, like intramurals, do you have a favorite sport that you like to ref?
I gotta say basketball.
Yeah.
My first time reffing a basketball game, it was a girls' game. I went in assuming, this is going to be light. I mean, wasn't going to be expecting anything, and I got eaten up, killed that game by everybody on the court. I left that game saying I'd never want to do this again, but next day.
You're still here.
Reffed again, and then I was like, I'm getting the hang of it.
Would you make a bad call? Why were they yelling at you?
It was like they didn't know what they were talking about. So
no, I feel you on that.
I'm trying to let them know what's going on, and they have their own opinion. So
I feel you on that. Is your favorite? So do you play intramurals too?
I do.
Is basketball your favorite sport to play?
No.
No, really?
Yeah. There's too much pressure that goes into it. Like I enjoy playing it, but it's not my favorite.
What is your favorite?
Volleyball.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard that from a lot of people. That volleyball, it's like basketball and volleyball are like the big two.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stuff that people are like really in on volleyball. Is it 4v4? Is that what it is?
It's 4v4, 6v6.
Oh, there's different ones.
Yeah. So it's depending on the season.
That's awesome. So we're gonna talk a lot about basketball. I've heard you really like basketball. So maybe talk about maybe sometimes playing as a kid, maybe growing up where you played.
Yeah. So I played all growing up, all through high school. Had options to play in college, but decided, not to. But I grew up. That was my main sport. The sport I kind of naturally adapted to. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Were you a 3-point shooter, 2-point shooter, or like?
I could do it all.
Oh, okay. bro's that guy. Bro is him. Crazy. So maybe why did you not decide to play basketball?
I kind of, I guess, fell out of love for it.
Oh, okay.
I think my senior year of high school, I was like, I don't know if this is what I want to continue to do. I enjoyed it. I kind of grew up on it, and then I just felt like the door kind of closed for me. I just kind of wanted to walk away. So
No, that's fair. That's fair. So you like watching basketball as well?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite team?
I don't think it's bad to say the Warriors anymore.
Oh, okay. Did
I
you?
grew up a Curry fan.
You grew up a Curry
Yeah.
fan. Okay. So did you start cheering for him like when they were like?
2014.
Okay.
February.
Bro remembers the month too, man.
I gotta keep it on me because people call me a bandwagon. But
See, that's fair. That's fair. As long as you're loyal,
Yeah.
I think that's fair. You're not a bandwagon as long as you're loyal. And remind me, they're not as great anymore, are they?
no, they fell off.
Well, I know Clay left. Clay Thompson
Yeah.
left for Dallas.
Dallas.
And speaking of Dallas,
Speaking of Dallas,
for those who do not follow sports or basketball for that matter, one of the biggest trades, I would say one of the biggest trades ever in sports,
oh yeah,
went down.
Oh, yeah.
Luka Doncic got traded. You want to talk
Luka
about your thoughts
Doncic.
and feelings about that?
I mean,
To the
initially,
Lakers.
I mean, looked at my phone, saw on Instagram, trade for Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis. I
Yeah.
thought someone's trolling me. You know what I'm saying?
one of
Someone
those
got
fake
hacked.
Twitter accounts,
Like,
yeah.
like we're,
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. No
Yeah.
way.
No.
As time went on, I kept seeing more and more posts about, the same thing. So I'm like, maybe no, like there's no way this is like there was no way
Yeah.
this is real. Apparently it was.
Yeah.
Still kind of can't wrap my mind around it, but no, it was a crazy trade.
No, that's real.
Yeah, I mean, trading away your franchise for, I don't know, a bag of chips. You know what I mean?
I mean, to put it that way. For those that don't know, we are recording this on February 4th, so this is still like fresh off all of our minds. Like I said, I don't follow basketball that much. Like I follow the Bulls. I know nothing about. Well, I shouldn't say I know nothing, but I don't care enough for the Bulls.
Right.
Partially because they suck, but like I know basketball enough where it's like, dude, this was crazy.
Yeah.
This was
Like-
wild.
Honestly, my opinions now, like, yeah, it was a terrible trade for the Mavericks, but I think they're not going to be terrible. I mean, Anthony Davis, he's finally given me the position he wants to be. I mean, he's wanted to play the power forward instead of centered. So, and he's obviously got Kyrie and Klay Thompson still to space out the floor. So I think they'll still be a good team.
Yeah.
It's just like wild to think about them trading away Luka
Like,
Doncic.
yeah,
you know?
no, it's weird to say. That's stuff you see in like an NBA 2K franchise.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you do that in
I
2K.
saw
You know what I mean?
that.
They wouldn't let you do
They
that.
wouldn't let him do the trade. See that? If 2K saying you can't do the trade with their
Yeah.
trade logic, dude,
You gotta be out of your mind.
that's crazy. Let's go back to intramurals. Name me like maybe what was that? Maybe name me one specific time that you had a great time in intramurals. Just like one specific memory that you can recall.
So I had a 6v6 sand volleyball team, right? We were in the rec league. I mean, we're still good, but we were in the rec league. And we ended up going undefeated that season, winning the championship. The last game was out in the pouring rain.
Oh, dang.
But still, it was a great time. We won, got the T-shirts. After it was like the pancake night here at school. I went inside to Luddy with my soaking wet intramural championship T-shirt and just walked around, a winner eating pancakes. So
There
that
you
was
go.
probably number one.
You need to tell your kids
moment.
about that
Got to,
someday.
got to.
That time where we were drenched in water eating pancakes after winning the championship. All right. I think we got a solid amount of time left to turn it to our audience. So we have a lot of wow. That was fast. All right, Levi, what you got, my friend?
Grant,
What's going on?
you say that you enjoy playing basketball, right?
I do.
So everyone knows the childhood game horse, right? So
Oh my
I'm just gonna cut to the chase.
Okay.
Player 1 makes a free throw, right?
Right.
As a shot. Player 2 misses the free throw.
Okay.
You tell me what player 3 can do.
They shoot too.
Shoot what?
They
No,
take a shot for the free throw too.
Wow.
they can't shoot from anywhere?
No,
I'm done.
each person has a chance to hit the shot that the first player hit.
Hold on one second. If you did not watch the first episode, Levi asked me that question, and I said that player 3 gets to shoot their own shot. I feel like that's. I thought that was common
takes
sense.
away from the reward that player 1 got for making the shot.
You know,
what I mean?
that's fair. That's fair. I'm not going to disagree with that. I just always played
Yeah.
the way of like, okay, player 3 gets to shoot their own shot. But it's fair logic when you think of it that way. I'll give it to you.
It's crazy how Christina had the latter answer, but okay.
All right, next up.
So as a fellow ref, what is one like intramural sport you'd like to see added that like isn't?
added. Ooh, that's a good question.
That's tough.
That is tough. I feel like all of them now are like the good ones that people want to see. Let's say bowling. Let's get some bowling
Oh.
pins. Let's get like a little runway, and you know what I mean.
That's creative. I like that one actually.
All right, Grant.
What's going on?
Going back to that 6v6 volleyball team.
Okay, talk to me.
Who was your favorite teammate? and who was your least favorite teammate?
Whoa.
Okay. I think that was a really good team. I think we all contributed. We all had the same common goal. We wanted to win a championship. Throughout the course of the season, we all played great. Favorite teammate, I'm gonna have to go with my twin, Yeshai Mansker. No hard feelings. Anyone. I loved all my teammates. Worst teammate, Carly Muhlenberg. Everybody else, everyone was great. We won a championship. I mean, all of them were amazing. So, and I love Carly. She's just, never mind.
LeBron or Jordan?
Oh.
LeBron.
Whoa.
Easy.
Okay. Hold up. Show of
Easy.
hands in the audience. Raise your hand for Jordan.
Okay, well that's
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I love all of you. God bless you all. And raise your hands for LeBron. Wow. Okay, so give me your reasoning. Okay, first off, we asked Tone this question last
Okay.
season. He said LeBron. So what's your reasoning for LeBron?
All right. First of all, I mean, LeBron's got 4 rings. Jordan has 6, right? Obviously, that's the main, argument. Looking at the competition that LeBron has played against, I mean, he's gone to 10 straight finals, playing against the greatest teams ever assembled. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, I mean, he played against, Jordan didn't play against as good as competition as LeBron. That's where I'm seeing it. And
Okay.
the defense rules were different back in the day. There's a lot that's, different. I think LeBron is just, number one in points all time. He's got a lot of records.
He has longevity.
Look at him off the court as well. Stand-up dude. Like, I want my kids to look at LeBron and be like, oh, I want to be that guy. I don't know if I want them to look at Jordan and be like, oh, you know what I mean?
Michael's got some, we'll put it that way. He's not, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the entirety. LeBron is just a kind of guy that you know what I mean?
LeBron loves community. I'll give you that. I think Jordan's better. Just me personally. I also have to say I've grown up in Illinois. My dad was a huge Bulls fan as a kid. I've also been kind of raised that way.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
valid.
got to
That's
give me
valid.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
At
mean,
least
when
we
that
can
Last
agree it's
Dance
valid.
documentary
Oh
came
my
out,
gosh,
I
my
was
dad.
like, that's tough.
When that came out, my dad was all over that. It was awesome. All right, another one from Levi. Oh boy.
All right.
Best/favorite Luddy food and worst/your least favorite Luddy food.
Least favorite, the catfish they serve. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, honestly.
What even is
What are we
that?
doing?
Is that food?
That's I see it and instantly ruins my day. But favorite food, when they have the pulled pork, mac and cheese, cornbread, I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
I've been kind of getting on the train of just not even going for main line. Sammy line's goated.
Yeah.
Even the pizza line's goated. They got that like pasta bar now.
Yeah.
It's like create your. It's like
Pizza's
it's
like a
simple.
go-to for me.
But yeah, like the pasta part is like it's simple, but it's good.
Yeah.
And it's not nasty, which is like 70% of main Luddy food. Anyways, anyone else have a question?
What's your favorite thing to get at Starbucks?
Okay. I feel like it's depending on the mood, My go-to is an iced white chocolate mocha, no whipped cream. I hate whipped cream. Hot take, but I
interesting.
can't stand it. During like Christmas time, the caramel brulee latte, either hot or cold, favorite.
Interesting. So you're a time of year kind of guy?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
definitely.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Number 3, go go for it.
As a ref, do you have any confessions? Do you have anything that you want to get off your chest?
Oh.
Anything?
People, okay. There was one time my sophomore year, I was reffing a playoff game for volleyball, competitive league, and there's allegations going around that I rigged it for a team to win. Oh. I'm not gonna say that I did or didn't, but
What?
I was the up ref, and there was a lot of 50-50 balls that happened in that game, and I feel like it just so happened that they kind of leaned towards one team.
Turned into a 60-40 type of deal.
I don't know how it happened. It's just like, it happened to have happened.
It just so happened to be that
You know.
way. We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
Go for it.
All right, so this question's it's a two-parter. Dogs or cats?
Okay.
And then on campus, do you have any favorite animals, pets, that you've met, since your time being here?
Dogs for sure. Can't go wrong with them. I actually hate cats, but favorite.
Come on. Thank
Dogs, I mean,
goodness.
can't stand them.
I can't stand cats.
Favorite animal on campus that I've interacted with, right? There's I have two choices here. Okay. I feel like what's really getting to me is this dog named Rex, right? He's probably the greatest thing I've laid my eyes on.
Why is he so great?
Dude, he's just a bundle of joy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He comes up to you, all friendly, talkative. I have conversations with this guy. That's my dog, man. Like, literally, that's my guy.
I love dogs, man. All right, next up.
Okay. As an intramural ref, could you give us like one of the craziest moments you've like seen happen, or even like blowouts, just like with attitudes?
Yeah, I got you. So this happened last year. I'm reffing a competitive basketball game against two teams. It was kind of a close game all the way through, and then towards the end, one team kind of pulled away, right? So it's getting towards the end of the game. They're kind of dribbling the ball out. So I'm sitting there all the way at the end of the court. Sometimes I just don't walk up. I just sit at the end of the court because nothing's really going on. And there's this one guy, I'm not going to name any names, but there's this one guy who's dribbling the ball, kind of trying to get fancy and stuff like that, and goes for a layup or something, gets fouled by another guy who I'm not going to name as well. And they kind of go back and forth, getting chippy, and then, things start to escalate where it's getting physical. Next thing you know, like, both benches cleared, it's a brawl, And mind you, I'm still at the other side of the court just sitting there watching it happen, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Let's just say it's two teams full of football players as well. I'm not getting in the middle of that. You know what I mean? They can handle that. I'm not. No way. I'm.
You don't
touching
get
that.
paid enough for that.
Yeah, I'm not putting my life at risk to try and stop nothing. They can handle it.
No, that's
But
fair.
Definitely the craziest thing I've seen happen in an intramural game, just because it never happens. But
That's fair. I think we have time for one, maybe two more. So if you got to go.
Have you seen any bad injuries during your time reffing? And if so, what's the worst one?
ooh, does it have to be during my time reffing, or can it just be like in general?
In general.
Okay, in general, my freshman year, the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. A kid went to he was defending this guy who was driving on him to go to the hoop, and he kind of got shoved a little bit, fell to the ground, and he's sitting there like in pain, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, it didn't look like anything crazy. He like flips over and his knee's just dislocated. Like his knee's on the other side of like his leg, and I'm sitting there, stomach instantly just like I wanted to throw up because it was terrible. I don't know how he walked after that. It was crazy.
Go for it, dude. Number 4. This is the last one. Here we go.
All right. You're like the captain of a new intramural team, and then you got one more roster spot. Who's like a cartoon or like a fictional character that you would put in that spot?
Okay, love this question.
What sport?
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay. You got to go Bugs Bunny from Space Jam.
Okay.
You got to. Team player, all around guy.
Yeah.
He makes you laugh.
Especially when it comes to basketball.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the go-to.
Easy.
All right. Well, that is all we got for episode 2 of season 2 of the Voice of Generation Now. Grant, man, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for
Great
having me.
time. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Great time, and thank you for tuning in, listening, watching, however you may be tuning in, and thank you so much. We'll see you at episode 3.